Hi everyone. Hi, good evening, guys. Good evening. How are you all? Let me see who all are there in the comment section. Hi Ravi. Hi Gunjan. Hi Stunning Beats. Hi Rajat. Hi Neetu. Hi Saket. Hi Master Thoughts. Okay, that's great. Roshan is there. Poonam, Sumit, Loki. Okay, someone. Loki. Hi Yashant Kumar. Hi Rajat again. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Hi Neeraj, Gautam, Akhil, Neha, Rakshita. Great to have you all, guys, and I welcome you all to this Python Zero to Hero program. First of all, welcome to Essentials 2.0, and this is Python Zero to Hero Day One, guys. So let's have a quick chit chat and small interaction between you and me. Okay, I hope you all are doing well, guys, are doing well and like enjoying your days like to the fullest. So first of all, I just would like to know from where you actually belong, from where actually you are watching this session. So right now I'm here in Odisha from Bhubaneswar. So hi everyone from Odisha, from Bhubaneswar, to all of you out there. Okay, happy faces. Please let me know, guys. Please put your places here, like from where you are actually watching the session. Okay, yeah, I will take like I'll everything I'll discuss about that, Ravi. But please, I'll just first of all I'll just have a quick interaction between everyone and me. So Gurgaon, Goa, Chhattisgarh, Ongole, Hyderabad, Dehradun, Rajasthan, Pondicherry, Patna, Karnataka. Okay, Solapur, Karnataka again, Chhattisgarh again. That's great. Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan. That's great. AP, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh again, Nagpur, Goa, Saharanpur. Okay, great. Now it's getting difficult for me to read. Nellore, Berhampur, Odisha. Okay, that's someone from Odisha. Kerala, Gorakhpur again, Odisha again, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Hyderabad. Okay, Navi Mumbai. That's great. Varanasi, Jharkhand, Maharashtra again. Okay, that's great. That's great, guys. Everyone, like hi everyone. I'm stopping reading out the places. I think I have it all. So I see like many people from like different places here are gathered here to just to learn Python Zero to Hero. Okay, so I'll start this session quickly. I'll tell you like basics of like whatever like the syllabus is and what we would cover in this 3 days. Not 3 days, 3 plus 1, 4 days, guys. So we'll have total 3 plus 1, 4 days. 3 days we'll talk about Python end to end, and one more day we'll have for placement and career guidance session. Okay, so that is also important. You also attend that session. Okay, let me make few announcements first, and then we will dive into the Python concept. So guys, I think some of you already know this, but I think many people are new to this. So let me just let me just announce this to everyone so that everyone would have this information. We are now giving two kinds of certificate, guys. One is participation certificate and the other is completion certificate. So who is eligible for participation certificate? Who is eligible for completion certificate? Okay, if you attend all these 3 plus 1, 4 days, all the sessions, and if you put attendance for all these sessions on all these days, then you will be eligible for participation certificate, guys. Okay, and if you put along with attending the session and along with putting attendance daily for this 4 day session, if you also submit assignments, okay, which I will be giving you throughout the session, and also Sai Kiran would also join you guys, okay, from the next day session. So he would also be giving you some assignment. So you would have some assignment throughout this session, and you have to submit those stuff, and when you submit all those assignment, then you will be eligible for completion certificate, guys. And this time we are giving physical copy of completion certificate from Let's Upgrade, ITM group of institutions, NSDC, and Skill India. So if you want a physical copy of certificate from Let's Upgrade, ITM group of institution, NSDC, and Skill India, then you better attend all this session, put attendance, okay, also submit assignment. Okay, you'll be getting physical copy, guys, only for completion certificate. Okay, only for completion certificate. So that's how we go, like this way. Like this time we are going in this way. So please make sure you attend and submit all your assignment. Where you would submit assignment, where you would put attendance, I see the same question again and again. So let me tell you guys, anyway, my team members would be putting here in the chat the assignment submission link, also the attendance submission, the attendance link. But you can also find the same links in the description, guys. You can also find some other useful links there. First of all, if you have not registered for the course, please go to the description and check their registration link for this course and register for this course, guys. If you don't register it, then you would be like devoid of all the benefits of attending the course. So first register, make sure you have registered for the course. Secondly, go to the community group link. You also find that link in the description. Go to the community group link and join the community, because all necessary information regarding the class, this batch, would be posted over there. Okay, like your assignment and materials would also be posted there in your community. Okay, so that's what you should do. First register for the course. Second, join the community group. Okay, then don't you won't be asking where I can find where I can find assignment and all, where I can find material of the course. Everything would be posted in the community, guys. Do join the community. Also, before that, prerequisite would be register for the course. Okay, then where to put the assignment, where to put the attendance for this daily. So you will also find the same attendance link in the description, guys. Okay, also it's been put by my team members. Also, Josna already have put your attendance form link. You can also find the same link in the video description. Do check it out. Okay, there is also this assignment submission form link. Okay, you can check that link again, guys. Like, not right now, you don't need it right now. Anyway, we haven't discussed anything. I haven't given any assignment. So later, when you are trying to upload, just go to the description, check that link. Okay, submission link, click on that, and you submit your assignment. Okay, there you will find some other details also in the same form. So you don't have to search here and there. Just go to the assignment submission form link and you'll have all the necessary information there. Okay, right? So yeah, those who are asking about like for getting certificate, do we want to pay or something? No, nothing. Okay, it's absolutely free. We just want your time, your dedication, and you should learn. You put attendance, submit all the assignment. That's what you need to do, guys, and you'll be eligible for the certificate. You don't have to pay anything. Okay, fine. So I think we now know the terms. Okay, we know the things which are associated with this course, what we have to do in order to get a certificate. Okay, why I'm saying to join the community group, guys. So necessary information will be posted there, like assignment material. Also, you can ask each other. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can also put a question there. Maybe some of your friends on the belonging to the same batch would answer. Okay, maybe someone from our side would answer your queries. Okay, so it's all about learn, build, share, grow. This is the DNA of LetsUpgrade, guys, which we are building upon. So that's we would like that you also follow the same. Okay, learn whatever we are doing here. It's basically we are trying to learn something. Okay, and after learning, you build something on it. Okay, we'll be talking about some small projects also in the same course. Okay, you share that in the community. You share your knowledge. If someone is stuck, like it's stuck somewhere, you help out those guys. Okay, you learn. Okay, you learn, you build, you share, and grow together. That's where our motto lies. Okay, fine. So let's get into Python right now. Let's talk about enough of announcement, enough of the prerequisites and the necessary things. Now we can actually start with a Python course, guys. So Python we will talk about. So what we would discuss. Okay, so we will start with very basics of Python. Very basics, like how to get started with Python, how to code in Python. Okay, how can we store data and all, how to like write loops and all those basic stuff we will discuss. Along with that, we'll also talk about, like, we'll start gradually from very basic thing and we'll like jump, like not jump, we'll actually move on to a advanced level concepts such as decorators and generators also. Okay, right? That's how we would go. Atul, any other courses you are starting this one? Yes, exactly. Of course, we are starting with like 19th. You can find WordPress course. You can find cybersecurity course on the same day, 19th of August. Then you would find other many more sessions are coming up, guys. Don't worry. Just check out our Instagram profile, and you will find all the details about upcoming classes and lectures. There is one more DSA class coming up. Again, Java class coming up. Okay, JavaScript class coming up. Website responsive design class coming up. Okay, many classes, AWS again coming up. So many upcoming classes are there. You can just continuously look out our Instagram profile and you get all the informations. Okay, right? So I'll be doing live coding here. It's not like I'll just open up some random codes already present. I'll be explaining things. No, whatever I'll explain, I'll be writing in front of you, and you can also code along with me. Okay, you can use Google Colab, guys, and I would also use Google Colab for the same purpose. I'll not use Jupyter or something, so that you would also find it helpful, and also you can code along with me. Okay, right. So what I'll do is I'll just open a Colab. I'll first of all show you how I can open a Colab thing. Then I'll go to the basics of Python. Okay, I'll be using Google Colab, guys, to code something. Whatever I'll be explaining, uh, I'll explain there in Colab. You don't need to download Shubham. It would be sent to you. Okay, right? If you are eligible for participation, a digital copy would be sent to you. You'd get a physical copy of the completion certificate. Okay, so what I'll do now is I will share my screen here. Devagya, you can check the same in the assignment submission form link. It is there. How to create GitHub link, how to create GitHub repository, and how to submit that link. It is there. That's why I said you don't have to look here and there. Every information is there in the same submission form link. Just check it out, and you'll have all the informations. Okay, right? So I'm quickly sharing. I'll just like tell you how to open the Google Colab, because that's what I'll be using. That's what would be used in the entire session, guys. So that's the first thing I would like to show you, every one of you. I hope everyone is able to see my screen. I have shared it. It's very simple. You just have to go for collab.research.google.com. Okay. So it would open. It would open for you a Google Colab, actually. Colab, I'll say. And here you can really code it out. You can code Python programs here. So there is something already there. So I will just click on this new, uh, yeah, new notebook. It's still actually figuring out. Yeah, so it is opening a new file for me, new Colab file for me. It's taking some time. Just give me a moment. Okay, meanwhile, I can talk about what we would be learning. I think I have already said, guys, you all of you, we'll be starting with the basics of Python, how it started, how data are stored, and some other stuff also. Okay, we'll talk about those advanced data structures of Python. Okay, the advanced data structures of Python we'll discuss, and also we'll move on to some advanced concept of decorators and generators. All okay. You can always look back to the curriculum mentioned in the websites. Okay, right. Yeah, this is a Google Colab, guys. This is a Google Colab where you can actually write a Python code. You can just rename this file. Maybe I'll just say here day one Python. I don't need to write it day one. Maybe I'll just write here Python 0 to 0. Okay, right? Yeah, I'll just write D1 for day one. Let it be D1. Okay, right? So that's how you can create a Google Colab. And here, this is a place where you can write some code. I'll not write any code right now. Let's actually talk about some basics of Python, and then I will code it here. Okay. So fine, guys. So who can say who had developed, who is a like inventor or developer of Python, who actually started this Python? Please check, guys. Please check whether you have you have chosen the correct quality of the video you are watching on YouTube. Okay, Ansuman, you can try changing your password actually. Okay, so yeah, who started Python? Who is the founder of Python? Who actually is the inventor of Python? Yep, that's correct. Everyone is giving the correct answer. Guido van Rossum. Yes, Guido van Rossum is the person who started, who actually is the creator of Python, guys. Can anyone say when it was created? Around what time? What year? Can anyone say? Yeah, Divya, you can surely use Jupyter. Like more or less, this Colab and Jupyter works similarly, so you can use anything. Okay, so Guido van Rossum developed and launched, like released this Python around this 1991. Yep. Okay, 90s, 1991 around. So he released. Okay, and Java was released around 1995. Python was released before. Okay, prior Java, before Java, but yet Java became very popular. Even after it was released later, 5 years later, but Java became more popular as compared to Python. Python right now it is gaining popularity, maybe last 6 7 years or something. It is actually gaining popularity. Can anyone say what is the reason that Python, instead of like really being released before Java, it was not popular that time, but now it is actually gaining popularity? Can anyone say me the reason here? Can anyone say me the reason why Python right now is gaining so much of popularity, but it had not gained that popularity then at that point of time, even if it was developed before Java? Can anyone please mention? Yeah, because of AI? Not exactly because of AI. Yeah, Python is very popular for machine learning and AI thing, but there is something else. There is something else. There is a big person behind this Python being popular, and that is actually Google. Okay, Google backed Python, guys. That's why Python became popular. Okay, Java was backed by Sun Microsystem. Anyway, like Python, Java was created by James Gosling, and he was there in the Sun Microsystem. Later, Sun Microsystem was taken over by Oracle, but it was backed by Sun Microsystem. Python, it was just a hobby project of Guido van Rossum. That's why it was not very popular. Later, when Google backed it, not banned, backed. Okay, Google backed it. Okay, given Google had given support to Python, it started using it. Okay, then it started gaining popularity. That's how, like, and the at this point of time how the scenario is, how Python is, how much popular Python is right now. Okay, after that it is not stopping. I think it is the most popular language right now, and if you see the ranking, I think it is the second most popular language right now, and mostly second mostly used language right now. Okay, right. So that's what Python is a general purpose language, guys. General purpose programming language. It is used everywhere. You can use for web development, you can use for IoT, you can use for machine learning, data science, all artificial intelligence, all of them. Okay, you can use it like almost everywhere, this Python. Okay, right, might have heard about Raspberry Pi and all. Even there we use Python. So all this stuff, Python is a general purpose language, general purpose programming language. Yes, it's a high level language, Selvam, Ari Selvam. Yes, because like anyway, C++, Java, all those are high level language. Okay, high level language are something which we humans understand, not machine. So all of these are actually high level language. The most the point, the reason why like it is most preferred right now, because of its easy coding. It's very simple and easy syntax, guys. Python do not impose very strict syntax as compared to other like C or C++. Okay, like very simple thing, I'll write a basic code to print something here. Okay, in C++, we have to, what do I think, in C or C++, if you go for, you need to write hash include stdio.h or hash include iostream and all. Okay, but in Python we don't have to write anything, guys. It's simple. Go directly write print, and you write hello coders. This is it. Nothing, no header file, no iostream, no stdio.h, no main function, nothing. Just write this print hello coders, execute this line, and it will print you hello coders. So it's very easy to learn. It's very user friendly, and syntax. There is no like strict syntax. Okay, syntax means grammar. Okay, you say some language, you follow grammar of that language. Similarly, for programming language, you follow some grammar. Okay, right? So the grammar here, the syntax here is very easy to follow, actually not very difficult. So it will just print this hello coders. How to execute this code? Two ways, guys. There are two ways to code this. You can click on this play kind of button. Okay, to execute. Or else what you can do is you can click press on shift plus enter. That would also execute the code. So see, this is rotating for some minute. It is actually trying to execute the code, and finally when it completes executing, it will give you the output. That is nothing but hello coders. It's taking some time because it is right now initializing. So let it finish. Yeah, it is connected. Now I'll get the output here. Yeah, see, I got hello coders as the output. So this is how a simple program of Python which will print hello coders look like. Unlike C, C++, Java, we don't have to write so much of stuff just to write a simple thing. Okay, right? So this is how you write a simple hello coders, simple print statement, guys, in Python. You don't need the header file, you don't need main function and all. Just write this and fine. That's it. Okay, this is how you write a first and basic Python program to print something. Okay, so before I get into other stuffs, I would like to like talk about here something like how we can store some data here. Okay, let's say in C or C++, Janani and others who are saying the video is not clear, please check your quality, guys, once. In what quality you're watching. Okay, can others please confirm, is my screen clear? Is it like fine? Are you able to see? Please, someone confirm in the comment. Are you all able to see properly the screen shared, guys? Or is it for everyone that it is not very clearly visible? Clear, Shraddha? Yes, clear, clear. I'm watching in 1080. It's clear. Okay, so I got a clear confirmation, guys. Please check your those who are facing difficulty in visibility. Please check your quality. Okay, fine. That's great. Thank you all. Thank you all for your confirmations. Let's now begin this. How can I store some data in Python? I'll start with very basic data storing mechanism. Then I'll go to advanced data structures in Python. Okay, right? So we all know that if you want to store some data, we would create variables. Okay, like let's say if you want to add two numbers. Okay, if you just want to take store some data, so you create variable in C or C++. How do we do that? We write int, let's say a. Okay, we write int a. Maybe we just write int a equal to 20. So a variable would be created and 20 would be stored there. But this is not the way in which we do in Python. This is all not required. Okay, right? These are not required. This is not required at all. In Python, it's very simple. You don't have to write this int a equal 20. Also, you don't have to mention this semicolon. Semicolon, even if you mention in Python, that is fine, guys. Even if you don't mention, that is also fine. It's optional. So how to create variables in Python? It's simple. Just write a equal to 20 and you are done. Okay. Now variable a would be created and 20 would be stored. That's how you create. That's how simple in Python to create a variable and store a value. Okay, right? So just write a equal to 20. You do not have to mention the data type of a variable like int, char, float. Okay, you don't have to mention data type. That is why Python is known as or Python is a dynamically typed language. What exactly we mean by dynamically typed language? So see, I'll just here print the value of a. How also, guys, by the same example, just get to know that how we print a value of a variable. Just write print a and execute the code. It will print to 20, which is nothing but value of a. Okay, but if you just write print ampersand like this, then it would give you a. It would print a because this is what you have mentioned to print string a. Okay, I'll come to that why I'm calling this as a string and not a character. Okay, I'll come to that, guys. But first, just understand this. If you just write a, it will print value of the variable a, and when you write this like within quotes, whatever you write within the quote, that exact thing would be printed. Like here, a has been printed, but when you write print a, it is just a. It will print the value of a, provided you have stored some value in a, of course. Okay, so right now I was discussing about what is this dynamically typed language. I have mentioned something here. What exactly means this dynamically typed language? Let's try to understand, guys. I hope everyone is with me for the time being with me. Okay, let's actually discuss this dynamically typed language. Why dynamically typed language is why Python is known as dynamically typed language. Okay, how or why how it is actually dynamically typed language? Let's understand. See, we already have seen if I take a variable x and if I store 30, okay, right? I've created a variable x and equal to 30. I don't need a data type to mention here. There is no need of data type of variable while creating it. Automatically it will store 30 and it will decide its data type as integer, guys, depending on the value you are stored in. Okay, you have stored in it, depending on the value you are actually stored in it, it would be automatically decided the data type of the variable x. How can you actually check data type of a variable? For that, I would like to tell you guys, there is a built-in method, okay, built-in function. There is a built-in function in Python, okay, which is known as a type. If you apply this type function over x, this would give you the data type of x. I have executed it and say it shows me int. Okay, just ignore this class thing, guys, okay, for the time being. Just focus on int. So it is saying, okay, data type of x is integer. Okay, data type of x is integer. So type built-in function, when you apply type over x, you see it would give you the data type of x. What is the value? We didn't mention in data type. Then how it decided it is integer? The reason behind this is you stored 30, which is an integer. So 30, when you store in x, it would give you the integer data type. So it automatically decides the data type depending on the value you have assigned, guys. Okay, just mark this thing, the next line which I'm writing, and you would be it would be very clear to you. For the same x, now if I store maybe 10.50, okay, and now if I try to print the data type of the x, now if I execute it, let's just see this. What is happening here? The same x, it is not giving any error. For the same x, first I'm getting integer because I have stored 30, which is an integer. For the same x, data type of x, I'm getting float because now I'm storing a floating point number. Okay. So guys, that is why I say Python is dynamically typed language. So at runtime, whatever value will store, the data type will be decided accordingly. Okay, that accordingly. Okay, right? So that is how it works. That is why Python is known as dynamically typed language. Not only this, if I take x equal to maybe hello, okay, and if I print the same thing, type, okay, type of x now. So what I have stored? I have stored a string, guys. Okay, I have stored a string in x. So data type of x now should be string. Let's execute and see for ourselves. Yes, it is showing me, yes, it is a string data type now. So depending on the value you are storing in the variable, data type would be automatically decided at runtime. That is why it is known as dynamically typed language and not statically typed. Static type language, there you need to mention the data type while creating variable like Java, C, C++. But in Python, we don't need to mention data type. Even in JavaScript, guys, that is also a dynamic type language. We don't mention data type there. Okay, right? So now I think most of you would have a common question whether, like I have mentioned, I've used your single quote and still I say a string here. Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk around that. What is actually different between the single quote, double quote, and all? Let's talk about that. Okay, see, in Python, there is literally no difference when you use single quote or double quote. Everything is string. There is no character data type actually. In C or C++, single quote we say it is a character, double quote we say it is a string, but in Python there is no character data type. Everything is string. Even if you use single quote, even if you use double quote, both the things are string, guys. Let me show you that. So x equal to maybe dollar. Okay. Y equal to maybe this dollar. right? Then let me just print the data type of this x and y, x, and let me print the data type of y. Let me print this. Let's check the data type of x and y both. See what is it printing? String and string. So even if you mention single quote, even if you mention double quote, everything actually is a string. Okay, understood, guys? Everyone? Okay, understood? You can use any id, guys, any id, literally any id. It's more about learning the like python code, how to code in python, and not an id. To for the simplicity, for the sake of everyone to get along with me and work along with me alongside, I have used Google Colab, but you can use anything. Okay, if you want to download python, if you don't have python in your system, you can just go to python.org, guys. Okay, just go to python.org. Let me show you python.org. There you can download the latest version of Python. I don't have installed the latest version, but yes, you can go to this latest version of Python and download it. Yeah, you can see here Python 3.96 is the latest. So yeah, this is what you can actually install here, right? Okay, so there are many options here. If you are a Mac user, you can go for this. If you have Windows, you can go for this one. This should be better, recommended. Yeah, it is also written here, recommended. So you can go for this one. So if you click on that, actually a file would be installed, downloaded, sorry. And when you open that, then you would actually able to install. It would ask for some permission and all. Okay, right? Just make sure, guys, one thing, let me just tell you. When you click on this file, the downloaded file, installer file, it would ask you to install. Okay, start install or something. Before you click on the install, please check a checkbox. There would, on the bottom there would be a checkbox, add Python to path. Okay, make sure you check that checkbox. Okay, add Python to path, then you click on install. Okay, otherwise you would wonder, I've installed Python, but even after that, it is not working. The reason behind that is the Python would not be added to your path. So before clicking on install, you just check, you just make sure you mark that add to path, and then you click on install, and it will work. Okay, fine. Enough of the installation part, enough of talking about that. Okay, right? Now let's get back to this part, which where we were discussing about that single. Even if you write single quote, even if you write a double quote, everything is string, guys. Here, not only this, if I go for another variable and if I use triple quote, even this is actually a string. Okay, so let's see. So Python also allows triple quoted string. This is also a string, guys. Let me also print this and you'll get to know. Type, data type of, let's say, Z. It will also give you data type as string. Okay, not only this, like you have option. This is triple quoted string. You can have 3 single quote or 3 double quote, right? Let's say I will take a different variable a here, and I can write here. Okay, 3 triple quote, sorry, 3 double quote or 3 single quote. So both of them are actually triple quoted string. And to be very clear here, I just want to make one point. All of these are strings, guys. There is literally no difference between all these 3 things. Okay, no difference. Everything is string. As I said, Rokwan, I have already said, you can check back again the video later. Just go to python.org. Okay, go to the download section. This is the recent version of like Python 3.9.6. If you are a Windows user, you can click on this one, Windows installer 64-bit. A file would be downloaded. Okay, you open the file. It would ask you to click on install or something. Before you click on install, just on the bottom, just check a mark. Okay, check mark the box, checkbox. It would be written add Python to path. Just check it and then click on install, and everything will be fine. If you are a Mac user, then you go for this. Okay, right? Maybe even this. Everything is mentioned over here as per your system requirement, you go for that. Okay, fine. I'll not dwell in the installation part anymore. Okay, there are n number of resources, guys. You can refer how to install Python and all. Anyway, I have already told you. I already told you how to do it. Okay, right? Fine. Yeah, I'll show that. I'll show that, Gautam. Don't worry about it. So these are all actually string. So you'll say, okay, what is the benefit of? What are the uses of having all this type of string? What is the benefit? Okay, but before that, before talking about the benefit, what we can use, in what all situation we can use this different type of quoted string. Let me also tell you this, guys. Okay, this triple quoted string are mostly used for multi-line comment or documentation string. Okay, so we also say this as doc string, documentation string. So mostly we use this triple quoted string for documentation purpose, like or multi-line comment. I think all of us know what is multi-line comment. We write something here. Hello, this is multi-line comment. Okay, and how does a single line comment look like? Hash. This is single line comment. So the one I have used already here, this is a single line comment. Comment, what are comments, guys? Comments are something which would not be executed. It is just for readable purpose. If someone else asks, like reads your code or sees your code, okay, you are giving some extra information to that user. That's it. That is all about comment, nothing else. Okay, right? So mostly this triple quoted string are used for comments, multi-line comments. Okay, right? And doc strings. Now let's talk about various use cases of this multiple types of quoted strings. See this, guys. If I want to print, Aman's goggles, maybe yeah, cool. This is what I want to print. Let's say this is the thing I want as the output. So you'll say, okay, I can write here Aman's. Why it is Google? You'll say this, right? You'll say, okay, this is my code. Aman's Google is cool. Aman's goggle is cool. That's what I need to print. This is the exact thing I need to print. So, okay, this is, we have already seen using the single quote. Whatever I want to print, I can place that in within the single quote. So that's what you have done here. So you have put everything within single quote and you expect that this thing would be printed. Let's execute the code. Hit shift plus enter. Okay, but I'm getting an error. I'm getting here invalid syntax. The problem here is, guys, when you have single quote here, your Python understand or like consider, okay, you have only this much string. Okay, this is what you wanted to print. This is what it understands. This is a string. After that, it doesn't understand what is this part. It doesn't identify. That's where it says it is an invalid syntax. Okay, so if you want to print something kind of this, then using single quoted string is not correct. In this place, what you can do is, instead of single quote, you can just use double quote and this would work fine. You'll get Aman's goggle is cool. Okay, see this, it's fine. Similarly, guys, if you want to print double quote somewhere in the output, you can enclose entire thing in single quote. Okay, right? So this is where you can use this multiple ways of mentioning the quotes, right? Okay. I think you also have an option here. Let me check it out if we still have that option of this one. It was there, but right now let's check. Yes, it's also there. Escaping. Okay, you are escaping this apostrophe. So you are saying don't count it as closing quote. It is just something I want to you. I want you to escape and just print it. So it would be done. This is also one more way. But anyway, our this topic of discussion was how to use this double quoted string and single quoted string in the same line and how it works. Okay, fine. I hope everyone understood the usage of single quote and double quote at once in the same code. How we can keep single quote within double quote, how we can keep double quote within single quote. Okay, right? Don't start with single quote and end with double quote. Obviously, that would be an error. But I hope like everyone is clear with this. Is it clear, guys? Everyone, please let me know in the comment. Did you understand this? Everything, whatever we discussed right now. Did you understand everything? Up to this point, like are every one of us at the same page? Are we all on the same page till this point? Yes. Okay. Great. Thank you for the confirmations. Let's now move on to the next part, guys. Let's talk about some other data storage mechanisms. So just we just talked about storing of floating point variables. We stored string. We stored integers and all. I want to discuss something here. Okay, something very important. Before I get into other data storage mechanism, the advanced data types, I want to discuss here something. Okay, see this, very important. I have a variable here, let's say a equal to 10. Okay, right. I can print the address of the variable, guys. Like there is a type built-in function. Okay, there is a built-in function called type, which is giving me data type of the variable. Similarly, I have a built-in function called id, which would give me address of that variable. See, this is the address of that variable. Okay, if I have one more variable, let's say b equal to 20, and if I write here id of b, then it would also give me address of b. So please remember this, guys. id function, there is a built-in function id which you apply. If you apply on a variable, it would give you address of that variable. Okay, right? id is a function. Please remember this. Okay, right. Now let's take example of, let's understand something else. How we can assign a single value to different variables at once in the same line. It's very easy. Again, you just write a equal to b equal to c equal to 20 or maybe 30 and maybe 10. Okay, so if you print here value of a, if you print here value of b, and if you print here value of c, it will give you 10, 10, 10. Value of a is 10, value of b is 10, and value of c is also 10, because you assign the same value 10 to all these variables. And this is the syntax in which like how you can assign a single value to all the variables, guys. Okay, this is how you can do. Okay, but my I want to discuss something also with this code. I also want to discuss something else. You might notice here, guys. You might see here when I'm writing print a, print b, print c. Okay, automatically I'm getting all the values printed in separate lines, not in the same line. Okay, right? Why is this? In C or C++, when you go, you have to write /n, printf /n to go to the next line. Or in C++, either you can write printf /n or you write end l. Okay, end l operator you use just to go to the next line. But here we haven't used anything. I've just written print a, and then print b, and then print c, and I'm getting all the values printed in separate lines. Okay, this is because the default behavior of print function in Python is to print something and take the cursor to the next line. Please keep this in your mind. Okay, print function default behavior of print is to print the value of the variable and take the cursor to the next line. But due to some reason, let's say you don't want to print in separate line, just want to print the same line. What we will do in that case, we'll use something called end attribute of print function. Okay, you'll mention here end equal to something. Okay, I have used here a null string. Okay, why it is null string? Because I have not placed anything in the string. It's just two quotes. Okay, null string. So what it will do, let's see the output, guys, and then you'll understand actually what I'm trying to do here. But I'll not do here. I would like to write this in a separate code cell. So I don't want to change this particular code. Let it be 10, 10, 10 in separate line. But right now I'm discussing, I want to print the data, the value of A, B, and C in the same line. Okay. So what we'll do here, we'll use this end attribute here, end equal to null string I have mentioned. Let me execute it and you'll get to know what I'm trying to do here. See guys, what we do, what we got here. The value of A got printed 10 and value of B got printed on the same line. But value of C got printed on a separate line. Why? Because after B, we haven't mentioned anything. And what is the default behavior of print? It will print the value of B and take the cursor to the next line. That's why the next value is printed on the next line. So if you write here end equal to, even here if you write end equal to null string, then all the three values would be printed on the same line, because now we are changing the default behavior of print and it is not taking the cursor to the next line. That's what we are doing here, guys. Okay. Not only this, let's say you want to print value of A, then you want a space, then value of B, then a space, then a value of C, then space. It's very simple again. You can just mention here a space. Okay, right? And then you execute it, you will have spaces in between these values. What is this end attribute? You are saying now to the print function, don't end the, like you print the value, don't end with a new line, end with a space. That's what we are saying here. That's what we are actually mentioning to the Python interpreter. Okay, don't end with the next line, end with a space. Instead of that, end with a space. That's why it is printing the value of A, then it is ending with a space. Okay, after that. Similarly, it is printing the value of B and then it is ending with a space because of this attribute, guys. Okay, that's how we do it. But there are other ways also. If you just want to print in the same line, you don't have to write this much of code, guys. You just write print A, comma B, comma C, and everything will be printed on the same line with space separated. See, we got 10, 10, and 10. Okay, so we don't have to write actually this much just to print A, B, and C value on the same line. Just write A, comma print A, comma B, comma C, and all the values will be printed on the same line. Okay, I hope I'm clear with this thing, how print works actually. Okay, right? Please let me know in the comments if anything is not clear here. Okay, right? So you don't need to, you don't need to write all these 3 lines of code just to print value of A, B, and C on the same line. You can just write print A, comma B, comma C, and value of A, B, and C would be written on the same line, would be printed on the same line. Okay, fine. Now I would like to discuss, okay, it's fine. This is quite understood that, okay, this is how we assign the same value to all the variables. But how can we assign different values to different variables on the same line? In C, we might have written A equal to B, or maybe, sorry, in C or C++, we might write A equal to 10, B equal to 20, and C equal to 30. Okay, this we might have written. But in Python, we don't have to write in this 3 different line. We can do this, guys, in the same line by writing this A, comma B, comma C equal to 10, comma 20, comma 30. And if you want to make sure that whether A, B, and C are containing 10, 20, and 30 respectively, you can just print it out and check for yourself. A value is 10, B value is 20, and C value is 30. So we have successfully stored different values in different variables on the same line of code. We don't have to write 3 lines of code. In the same line, we have stored different values. Okay, right? Okay. So this is how you assign different values, guys, to variables. I hope everything is clear up to this point, because the next thing I would like to discuss is how to take input in Python. Okay, how to take input in Python. Okay, we'll talk about Mayank. You are asking something which is actually some advanced data structures. Let's finish up with the basic data types. Let's understand fully how these basic data types works in Python. Then we would move on to that. Okay. So how we take input? I'll take a small example. Okay, that small example is adding 2 values. Okay, so we just want to print sum of two values, right? So first of all, obviously we need two variables which where I'll store two values, then I'll add them together. So a equal to, I need to take input. I need to take input here. So remember this, guys, there is a built-in function called input which will actually take input for you. Okay, and just for the time being, just assume this, whatever I'm writing, when I execute, you'll get to know what I'm doing here. Enter first value. Then I'll be taking one more variable because I need two values to add them, right? Minimum two values, bare minimum two values I need. Enter the second value. Okay, and then what I'll do is I would print a plus b. I need addition of a and b. That's what I'm doing here. So addition, print a plus b, summation of a and b. Let me execute this and you'll understand what I have written here, what this is doing here. Let me execute this. Shift plus enter, press shift plus enter. Okay, see, whatever you had written here inside input, it is actually giving you us you can say a prompt, a message. Enter the first value. Let me take 15. Then enter the second value, because the next thing is enter the second value you had written. Okay, right? And the whatever value you will take, that will be stored in b. So input function facilitates you to take input for a variable, guys. So let's say I'll take 25. So what is the addition of 15 and 25? 15 plus 25, it should be 40. Let's hit enter and see the output is not 40. Answer is 1525. Why in the world this happened? We had taken 15 and 25. Answer should be 15 plus 25, 40, but I'm getting 1525. The reason behind this is, guys, okay, please remember this. Whatever input you take using input function, it takes string input. Okay, not integer input. Remember this. Okay, whatever input you take, whenever you take input using this input function, it takes string input and not integer input. That's why when you are saying a, it is actually string 15. It is as good as writing string 15 plus string 25. And when you add two strings, actually, guys, one string plus second string, first string plus second string, it means concatenation, joining 1525. That's why your answer is 1525 and not 40. Okay, please keep in your mind this thing. When you take input through input function, it would take string, and when you add to string, it basically means joining or concatenating together. That's it. Okay, right? Okay, next. Then how would we make it possible? How would we take input and print the summation? Very simple. Okay, you might have heard something about type conversion or type casting. Okay, so you know now whatever input you are taking as string. You need to convert that string input into integer. Obviously, you cannot think that the input is hello and I want to convert that into integer. Obviously, that would give you error. You cannot convert hello into integer. Yes, but if the input is 15 or 25 or any digits, okay, then you can convert into integer. So what you do is, guys, it's very simple. Just apply int function over this. Okay, so what basically means is this input, whatever input you are taking, okay, let's say 15, this input function you are taking 15, but that is a string 15. You are applying int function over string 15, so that string 15 will be converted to integer 15, and finally integer 15 will be stored in a. Let's apply the same thing here. So int function can convert a string into integer, provided that it can be convertible. It should be convertible. You cannot expect hello to be converted into integer, or hi to be converted into integer. It should be digits. Okay, fine. So we convert here into integer. Now in A and B, string values are not stored. Now it is storing integers, guys. And now if I execute this code, Okay, obviously it will ask me for the first value, let's say 15. It would ask me for the second value, let's say 25. Okay, now I'll get 40. See, I'm getting result as 40. Okay, right? I hope I'm clear with this, everyone. How to convert a string into integer? Just apply int function over it. Okay, not only int, guys, those data types which we have seen, float, you can apply float function over something to convert it into float. Okay, you can apply str function over something to convert it into string. Okay, right, that's how it works. That's how we take integer input and add them up, guys. Okay, so this is a common mistake when where beginners actually do, to they forget to convert the input to integer if they are willing to take integer input. It would be there, Pratap, it would be there, don't worry about it. Fine. What is the next thing I want to discuss here is, it is looking very fika. 40. I want something. I want like, the sum is 40 or the result is 40. Kind of this way I want. So how can we do this? It's very simple, guys. Okay. Just before here, you write here sum equal to or result is whatever you want to. I just want to print this. Okay. And you put a comma. Right, and you execute it here. So I take 15, I take 25, not here, 25, and see I'm getting sum 40. Okay, you don't need here space, guys, because we already have seen when you put a comma, it will by default give a space. Okay, you don't need an extra space. You don't have to mention an extra space by yourself. Comma would definitely will give you automatically a space between that, between the two values. Sum, you are saying just print the exact string sum and then print the result of a plus b. So I'm getting sum 40. Okay, sum 40. There are some other ways also you can use, like let's say I will take another variable which I don't need here, but for the sake of let me like copy this. I'll be writing in a different cell. Yeah, I don't need a different variable to store the result. I can directly write a plus b, but I want to explain something, guys, here. So I will take a different variable result, and there I will store the result of sum. Same thing. So instead of writing here a plus b, I can just write sum, the result. I can print the value of this res variable that would give me the result of addition. I think everyone understand that. I'll get the same output, sum 40. Why I have taken this different variable? Because I want to show you one more way to print this thing. Okay, see this. See this different way. You can have everything within a string. Okay, some rest, but you would say if I print this, it will print me some colon res, the exact thing. Okay, see what I'll do, what modification I'll do to this. Just put a curly braces around it. Okay, and put a f before the whole string. This is known as f string, guys. This is the newest version. Okay, this is this is the modern form or the latest version of the string formatting. This is a formatted string. If you print this, if you execute this code, what it will print is, it will print this string as it is, some colon. But here, as you have enclosed this res within this curly braces, it will print you value of res, that is 40. Okay, yes, definitely you will get certificate, Logesh. Okay, it is you who you need to decide, that whether you want a participation certificate or whether you want a physical completion certificate, right? So yeah, let's take 15, let's take 25, and voila, I got some 40. And this is another way of printing this, everything in a string, and the value which I want, I just enclose that in the curly braces. This simple. Okay, right? So you might say, why we are doing this? This was also cool. This is also cool. This is also fine. Why we need this? Why I'm writing this is, so sometimes we might also write something after this. Then this becomes very convention, this very feasible, this becomes very feasible to write this way. Anyway guys, you can go for that way or this way, that depends on you. I'm just giving you the all the possibilities. There is one more way to write this, but anyway you won't need it. This is the modern way to write. Okay, this is the modern way to write. This is the latest version of f string, and this is how we write. You can use this one, you'll be happy with this. Okay, no, you don't have to pay anything, not a single penny you have to pay, Sriram, don't worry about it. Yeah, that is also the fallen gaming. Yep, that is also one more way. Also there is another way also, but let's not get into that stuff. Okay, let's be content with this by knowing this way of printing, formatting the string. Okay, fine, these all are good. I want to discuss one something else also. See, a b equal to c equal to 10, right? Okay, so here I just would print addresses of A, address of B, and address of C. See, this is something we already have seen. We are storing the same value 10 in all these variables A, B, and C. And then I'm trying to print address of A, address of B, and address of C. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. Let's execute it. See for yourself, guys. What is the address? All the three addresses are same. All the three addresses are same here. F is for f string, that is that stands for formatted string, guys. Okay, it is not necessary you know this, but yep, there is this is a format. If you know, you can use it somewhere to print the values. Okay, okay, I have pinned the attendance link for you. Some of you were asking for it, so I posted it. Also, I have pinned in the comment. You can easily work it out from there. Yeah, so you can see for yourself, guys, all the three address, variable A, variable B, and variable C address, all are same. This doesn't really happen in C++. Okay, when you are creating three different variable, they occupy three different memory location, and their addresses will be different. But that's not something happening here. Okay, why it is happening? Why it is happening? The reason here is Python is being memory efficient, guys. Okay, Python is being memory efficient here. It is saying that you are just storing 10, the same value in the three variables, in all the three variables. So it says, why would I create three different memories and store the same value 10? So instead of that, it will create only one memory location. It will store 10 in that and make A, B, and C all refer to the same memory location. So A, B, and C all are actually referring to the same memory location. That's why when you print address of A, B, and C, they're all giving the same address. Is it clear, guys? Okay, memory efficiency. Okay, memory utilization in a better way. Python is being memory efficient here. So please keep in your mind, whenever you would be storing same value, Python won't allocate a different memory location. It will just make the new variable refer to the old memory location. That's it. Okay, right? Okay, now see this. Fine, we got understood this. But now let's say I would say b equal to 20. I'm changing the value of b, for example. And then again I'll be printing the addresses of a, b, and c. Let's see. Okay, so what happens? If I am saying a, b, and c are referring to the same memory location, that means when I change b, we would assume that all the values for a, b, and c, I'm changing the value 20. Let's see this. Let's execute and see for ourselves. You see, guys, address of A is same, address of C is same as before, but address of B got changed here. Okay, right? Also, if I print here, value of A, B, and C, you'll see here A value and C value is still 10, only B value got changed to 20. Okay, right? Understood? Why this happens again? Why this is happening here? We know that, okay, we stored 10, the same value in all the three variables. So Python did not allocate different memory location. It just created one memory allocation. It just allocated one memory and it make this A, B, and C refer to the same memory location, right? Okay. Now I'm changing B value. I'm changing value of B. So technically, as per that, it should change like A value, C value, B value, all should be 10, but it is not doing that. It is just changing the value of B. Why that happens? The reason behind this is, okay, please make a note, guys. Okay, integer is immutable. What do you mean by immutable? You cannot change. Immutable means something you cannot change. Okay, so here int is immutable, so the value 10 you cannot change it, guys. It would still be there. Okay, when you are storing 20 in B, it cannot change the value 10. Rather, what it will do, it will create one more memory location and will store 20 in that and make B refer to the new memory location. As you have not changed value of A and C, A and C would still be referring to the old memory location, which is containing 10. That's why their addresses did not change, but B's address got changed. The whole point here is integer is immutable. You cannot change the content. Okay? Understood? Everyone? Or not? Please let me know. And yeah, immutable means you cannot change that thing. You cannot change the value there. Okay. So when you are storing 20, see already 10 was stored in A, B, and C. Now you are trying to store 20 in B. So guys, this 10 would not be replaced like C, C++. No, you cannot change that 10 because integer is immutable. You cannot change it. Instead of that, what it will do, it will allocate, it will create a new memory location, store 20 in it, and make B refer to the new memory location containing 20. A and C would still be there, like A and C would still be containing 10, would still be pointing to the old memory location. Okay, that's how it works. Integer is immutable here. That is the reason. Mutable means something which you can change. We'll come across advanced data structures of Python right now. I'll be discussing it. There I will give you some examples of mutable data types or data structures. Okay, data types. In fact, the very first thing which I'm going to discuss now, that will be an example of mutable data type. Okay, immutable example is this integer, which we could not change its value. Okay, right? Let's see an example of mutable data type. Right? Let's see. No exam after the completion of this course. Okay, you just have to submit all the assignment and project. Okay, so okay, yeah. So guys, let's talk about this list data type. Okay, these are advanced data types. You can say this serves as data structures for Python, guys. So see this. How do we create a list? List is very similar to array, guys. Okay, list is very similar to arrays. If you have seen arrays, if you know arrays, so this would be very similar to that. Okay, right? So how do we create list? Let's see this example. List, not here. Li, let's say the name of the list, the name of the variable I'm giving as li, and I'll have some values here. Let's say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is a list. Okay, list basically is a collection of values. Okay, stored like comma separated values stored or enclosed within the square bracket. This represents a list. Okay, if you want to make sure, you can always go back to your type function and apply it on li and check it by yourself whether this belongs to a list type or not. Yes, see, it is a list type. It is giving me the data type as list. Okay, right? Yeah, I'll talk about the differences. Not to worry. I'll talk about. But I just want to make a picture in your mind. First of all, it is similar to the array. So it is like similar to array. It is containing some set of values, separate comma separated values, and enclosed within this square bracket. This is a list for you. Then what is the difference between array and list? Okay, the difference here, guys. Let's see here. In array, we can keep values of same type. Okay, we say array is a collection of homogeneous data type. Okay, all the values should be of the same type, but list, it doesn't work in the same way. Okay, list can contain values of different type, like I can store integer, I can store float. Okay, right, I can store float, I can store string. Okay, you can store any type of values here, guys, any type of value. Okay, it doesn't make, like, it is not required you store only same type of values. No, nothing required, right? You store single quoted string, you store double quoted string, anything you store, everything is fine, guys. Also you can store complex numbers. Okay, right? 5, anything. Anything you store, it will all be fine with list. Okay, so list is not a homogeneous collection of values, guys. List is heterogeneous collection of values. It can store different types of values in the list. Okay, this is the difference between array and list. Rest, the indexing and all those are similar, very similar, guys. You can see here, if you just want to print the first value of the list, you can print here li of 0, indices. And we all of us know index starts from 0. 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index, 4 index, right? Okay, see, I'm getting the first element. If you want to print first element, you write index 0. If you want to print second element, we write li of 1. Okay, because index starts from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say you have 5 element, so index would start from 0. First element would be 0 index, second element would be stored in 1 index 1, third would be stored in index 2, and so on. Okay, right? Okay, so that's how this list works. It's similar to array in respect to this index and all, but it is different from array in terms of the types of value it can store. Okay, list can store excuse me, guys. So list can store different types of value, but array stores only similar types of values. That's how it works. Okay, fine. So now in this, index would always start from 0. Please keep in your mind, index here will always start from 0. Okay, you cannot just assume it is starting from 1. It always starts from 0. That is how it is implemented, right? Okay, fine. Let's take a list, guys. I would take some values here, maybe 5, say 8 to um, 3, okay, 4 and 1. Yeah, this is it. Right, so I think we already have seen how to print a list. You just write print li and that would print you the entire list. Yes, fine, but let's talk about something else also here. Let's talk about different operations on list. Okay, see, first operation I would talk about is membership operation. What is this membership? What exactly is this membership operation? Let's see this. Okay, there is something called membership operator, and that is nothing but in. Okay, if you want to search something, not exactly search, if you want to check if this thing is present in the list or not, if something is present in the list or not, then you go for this membership operator in, guys. Okay, right? If I want to check whether 5 is present in this list li, then I can use this membership operator. If you execute it, it will give you true, because 5, yes, it is present in the list. Okay, but if you check here something, I want to check whether 10 is present in the list or not. Of course 10 is not present. Okay, if you check it, it will give you false, right? See, it is giving you false. So this is a membership operator, the checking whether 10 is a member of list, whether 5 is a member of list. That's what it is checking, guys. Okay, right? Now also, if I take one more list, 1, 2 and 3, See this. Repetition. Let's talk about repetition of a list. If you just multiply any integer and you print it, okay? Repetition, I'm talking about repetition, guys. If you multiply any integer to the list and you print it, that particular list will be printed that many times. See, 1 2 3, then 1 2 3, then 1 2 3. So the list has been repeated 3 times because you have multiplied 3 times, because you have multiplied 3 here. If you multiply here 4, then it would be repeated 4 times. So if you multiply any integer to a list and you print it, that list would be repeated for that many times. Yep, sure, Parth, you can watch it for reference. Okay, right? That's how it works. This is the repetition operation, guys. Then let's talk about concatenation operation. Let's say I have one more list, like I have one list, 1, 2, and 3. Then I have one more list, li2. It has 4, 5, and 6. Okay, if you want to concatenate to list, join to list, it's very simple. You just write li1 plus li2 and it will concatenate. That's simple. See, I got 1 2 3 4 5 6. We have got two lists concatenated together by just using plus operator. Okay, that's easy. How easy this list, guys. Okay, so indexing and all are possible. Okay, like just like an array, and this concatenation repetition. Okay, also if you want to print each element of the list, if you want to iterate over the list, it is very easy in here. Okay, I'm not starting with the control structure loops and all, but just know here how you can print each element of the list here. It's very simple. Just go for I'm using a for loop here for I in li, the list name. Okay, and I'll be printing values of the printing element of the list. See, I'm getting 1 2 3. Okay, if you want to check out this, maybe I'll take this list here. Right, this is my list, for example, 5 8 2 3 4 1, and I want to just widget. I just want to print each element of the list in separate line. So this is how you can take. Okay, this for loop, guys, this is nothing but you are iterating over the loop, over the list. You are visiting each element of the list and printing them. Okay, right? So this is how you print a list. Like you print each element in separate line. That's it. Okay. Yeah. Now comes the bigger picture here. I want to discuss. This is the last thing I'll be discussing today, and we would end up this session, guys. We'll not extend this session anymore. List is mutable. Okay, this is what I was talking about. Integer was immutable, but list is mutable. How list is mutable? Let's try to understand. Okay, maybe I have some values here, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I have this list. To print now, obviously you'll get the same list 1 2 3 4 5. Now no doubt on that part. Okay, now see here, I want to change the first element to 10, and then I would print the li after changing it. As I said, list is mutable, then this is possible. You can change the content of list, guys. That is admissible. Okay, that is acceptable. So it would actually change the content of list. See, the first value has been changed to 10, and this is a new list. You have changed the original list content because list is mutable. Okay, right? Understood? But the same thing, if you work it out with a string, let's say string ss. Okay, I'm storing here welcome as a string. Okay, right? So even the string also has this indexing, guys. So if you print s of 0, it will give you the first character of the string. But here, if you want to change the first character, let's say you would like to change the first character from W to P, right? Okay, then you want to change the updated content of the string. As just like whatever we have done with the list, the same thing you want to do with the string. But here that will not work because string is mutable again, guys. See, string object does not support item assignment. But the same thing we tried with list, it was like no error and we got the result. Okay, the reason is here. Okay, the reason is here. String is immutable again, but list is mutable. So this was possible in case of list, but the same thing is not possible in case of string. Understood, guys? This is the last thing I had to discuss for today. Did you understand that? Okay, rest all operation and all would be discussed in the next day. Yeah, those slicing. Okay, indexing we just discussed. Li of 0 will give you the element at first element. Li of 2 will give you the element, the third element. Likewise, we just discussed the immutability feature of string and mutability of list. List is mutable, guys. I hope you understood all that part. Okay, I will not like extend this session anymore. This is the last thing I had to discuss. Okay, yeah, you were asking about assignment, right? So let's do it. Let's do it. You can do one thing. That will be discussed in the next class. These are methods of list which would be discussed next class. Okay, so what would be assignment? What would be assignment? Let's think about a bit. I'm also thinking about it, what to give an assignment. Okay, let's do one thing. The assignment here would be assignment is take an input, take an input take an input and store in a variable and find its fourth power. Okay, or let's say take two input, guys. Take two inputs. Okay, and store in variable x and y. Okay, and x and y. And the question is find result of x to the power y. That's it. That's your question for today. Okay, very simple question. Okay, so you take two input, store them in x and y, and then just find x to the power y. That's it. Answer. I just need an answer for x to the power y. This is the whole piece of code you need to write. Take input for x, take input to y. Just print the result of x to the power y. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. Fine. Yeah, certification. Yes, Harshit. This is a certification course. So along with attending the courses, along with putting the attendance, if you also submit the assignment and all, you'll be getting completion certificate. And yes, this time you are getting a physical copy of completion certificate. Okay, so that's it for today's session, guys. I will not take any much time. This is where I'll stop for today, and we would resume from the same point in the next class. Okay. Fine. Okay. So for those who are again like asking me again how to install and all, so I'll just quickly show you them. Just guys, it's very simple. Just go to python.org. Okay, you'll find there maybe somewhere in the front page only you can find it. Yeah, this is where you can see it is shown here. Download Python 3.9.6. This is the latest one. You can also download it. Just scroll down a bit and you'll find all the versions here. See, these are for Mac OS. Okay, so you can install maybe this one for Mac OS. If you are Windows user, then you can use this one. Okay, if you are in 64-bit system, you can click on this Windows installer. It will install a file. If you are a 32-bit user, then you will click on this and that will also install a file. And you just open the downloaded file. It will download a file actually, sorry, not install. It will download a file. You open that downloaded file. It will ask you to install. It will show you a like window where you have to click install. But I'm saying please make sure before you click on the install, there would be a checkbox below. Okay, it should be which would be showing add Python to path. Just check that. Okay, just check that, then you click on install above, and your Python will be done, installed perfectly, and you can happily use that. Assignment submission, guys, there is link in the description. Also, it has been put by Jyotsna in the comment. You can fetch, okay, fetch the assignments here from the chat. And as I've already said, deadline would be 21st of August. Okay, 3 more days. Like this classes will be 16, 17, 18, 3 days for Python concept, 1 more day for placement and career guidance session. That would be done later. And after this third day of Python course, you will get 3 more days for assignment submission deadline. Okay, fine. Assignment submission, assignment question I have already said. Okay, just take to input for x and y, and you find x to the power y. The same question will also be posted in the community. Do check the community, guys. Also, I'll be posting this. Okay, I think I would anyway. This link will be posted in the community, but also I'm sharing in the like chat right now, so that you can also access the material for this day one, guys. Okay, I'm putting this in the chat. Please fetch it. Please copy and store it with you. This is a collab link, the same collab which I was using. Okay, so this would work as a material for this class. Just fetch it, guys. Just fetch it. The same link would also be posted in the community. But yes, if you don't want to visit community right today, so you can get the collab link here. I let me also pin this right now. So I've already pinned it. So just keep a copy of this. And the same link would be used for the rest of the session. No, not the same link. There would be a different link for the other session. But for day one, for this today's session, this is the collab link. You don't edit this, okay? You don't edit this. Just you can create a copy of this and use. Okay, if you edit this, then it would be changed for all the people. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that, guys. Just view it. It would be again posted in the community. Don't worry about it. Okay, right? Okay, it is not like you are not able to access it. Maybe I need to change the set, like sharing options. Yeah, I will just change it. Restricted. Anyone with link? Yeah, now I think you can fetch it. Maybe I'll just copy this new link and put in the chat. Okay, fetch this link, guys. Fetch this link. Okay, right? Okay. Now, like access this link, new link. This is the material, guys, for today's class. Okay, it would the same link would also be posted in the community. Assignment I have already told. Anyway, it is also mentioned in the same Google Colab below. Also, the same would be posted in the community. Don't have to worry. Everything is there in the same Google Colab link. Fetch it from here. I've also pinned it. You can check it out. So that's it for today's session, guys. So already like we have discussed so many things in this same session. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for bearing me for so long. I hope this was a fruitful session and was very helpful. Okay, let's meet again for other stuffs. So till then, guys, bye bye. Take care. Good night.